How y'all doing? Yo, let me ask y'all a question, right? Or is it, I just want to know, like, is it me or did the price of vagina just skyrocketed up? Is it me? Because I feel like last year it went up. The year before last it went up. The year before last it went up. I don't know, when did we start paying for so much vagina? I don't get it. I don't know what's going on out there. When I hear dudes talk about the gifts they gotta get their girl, it's always through the roof. When I hear about, the things that the girls do for them, it's never through the roof. It's always in the house. It's never through the roof. It's never shooting through the air. Like, what's going on? And how much do women cost? And what does it take to keep these women? I was listening to this girl outside. The girl was going on about what a man do for her. And then with her friend, I don't know if her friend was hating or not, but her friend said, "What do you do for him?" And she said, "I give him a job." So basically, we work hard, we do whatever we gotta do. You can even marry them, and it's like you're still paying for the vagina. What do you get when you get married then? What's yours? Because I hear motherfuckers are still paying. Like, you're still paying for the pussy when you get married. Like, that's crazy. And the kids too. You got the kids now, and you're still paying for vagina. What does it take to actually keep these women? Like, how much are you gonna have to make? And then, like, what does it take? Like, it's getting crazy out there. I want to help us men out. I want to help us out. I want to help us pay less, but at the same time, I want to know, like, what's the requirements, right? So let's listen to this lady. She's a well-known, beautiful woman. And I think I heard Bow Wow speak about her. And Bow Wow made it very clear that he didn't pay nothing. Pay not a dollar. Again, we gonna say not a dollar. You gotta spend something. But he said he ain't pay nothing. It was free. But sometimes things can cost for you, but another dude don't gotta pay a penny. So it's just like that. It's just life, Sometimes you just don't got the sauce. And if you don't got the sauce, guess what? You don't have the sauce. Some people gonna laugh at you for it, bro. There's no need to really laugh. It is what it is. Some people just don't have the sauce. Let's listen to her talk. Let's go. Now, this lady, she consider herself very high. Very high up there. She's high maintenance. She's have a lot of requirements. You might have to sign a contract to deal with this lady, okay? She is the shit. She feels like she's the shit, and you know what? Some men may feel like, yes, she is the shit. Let's hear her break down to what these women are looking for these days. Maybe if we can, figure it out a little bit and measure it and be like, okay, she's this pretty, and if she wants this, then this other girl, she's a 7, she only deserves this. And we could, what I'm saying? We could probably figure it out somehow as men, how much we should be paying for these women, if we're going to be paying, because some of us don't pay for women. Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear what's going on and hear what's going on. We really need to listen, because this is what the women require.
How you doing?
I'm here, finally. I'm good. How are you guys?
Very good.
Good. This is the Blackout Podcast. These guys are super dope. Check them out.
Good.
friend of the show. So I knew Ayisha. We have obviously a very good mutual friend, Mike, and I knew her for a very, very long time. So man, it's conversations that I think is interesting to have. But first and foremost, thank you for joining us. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And for somebody that doesn't, that may not be familiar with you, like what would be the best way to describe? I think as far as you've been an influencer before there was a word influencer, you played a major part in the New York City nightlife vibe when it comes to like the star tender aspect of things.
Yes.
Like you've seen that online entrepreneur, like you've kind of wore many hats. But how would you describe yourself for somebody that may not be familiar with you?
Honestly, I think I've done it all. I've done it all. Went from videos, magazines, as people call it now, influencer, bartender. I've done it all, which is so crazy. And I'm still in that world, luckily.
Was she a stripper? I don't know nothing about her. All I see is beauty. Was she a stripper? Was she out there shaking a leg? You know what I'm saying? Dropping it low, bringing it back, grabbing the pole. Yeah, was she doing all that? Who knows? I don't know, but when she said she been through it all and like saying it like that, it makes me think stripper. She was stripping and she was doing the most. Not cowgirl, but bottle girl, all type of stuff. It was going down. Her life was crazy and her beautiful ass. Look at her. Let's go.
So let's get to it. Let's not even waste. The name of the show is Blackout. Let's not even waste any time. The star tender era was a crazy era. What's the craziest thing? Because I've heard stories of guys that have purchased watches for bartenders, have come with $20,000 in cash to the bar. Like, what's the craziest thing that somebody has done to try to get your attention?
Honestly, we don't even consider it crazy because it became like a normal thing.
Oh, okay. Tell us. Tell us about these steps. Go ahead.
It just became normal. Like, we expect you to come with 20, 30 grand and blowing on us.
Wait. Well, you expect somebody to come with $30,000.
If you see that's what's happening at my bar every time I work, I'm expecting you to come through with the same type of energy.
Attention. Yep.
So, I mean, at first it was like, oh my God, it's amazing. This is crazy. We're making this type of money. Nobody else in the world is making that type of money as far as like nightclubs, And it was just such an amazing time. It's still happening, actually. But you wouldn't understand it unless you actually work it, how easy it is and how often it actually happens. It's not like one time a year. It's very often that $30,000, $40,000, $60,000 is being spent at particular one bar. And
can you walk us through how this works? Because I think a lot of people, this is a New York thing really, because a lot of people are familiar with strip club culture where people spend a lot of money in the strip clubs, but a lot of people can't understand why a person would come to a club and go to a bar, because you're not going to drink $30,000 worth of liquor and literally just give a bartender $30,000. Walk us through that process.
I think that they come through. They not only showing up for the bartender ourselves, but I think they do it mainly for the people on the outside that's looking in and watching them. A lot of them want to keep up an image of they have that type of money, and they actually don't.
Oh, wait a minute now. So she's breaking you, and she know it. She said you don't have that type of money, but you coming in there in the floors, and she expect you to have that energy, that same energy, the last time you came, the next time you come, all of that. She wants the same energy. So you're broke ass fronting. You ain't broke. You got money, but you ain't got money like that to be throwing out to her. She know it because she know what you should be having to be throwing out money like that. That's how long she been doing this. So guess what? The joke's on you, Jack. Let's see what she got to say about the simps, like he said.
Sadly.
Is it
They
insecurity?
really don't have that type of money. Huh?
Is it insecurity?
I wouldn't say insecurity, but I feel like they feel like they need to spend a certain amount of money to kind of show everybody else that they're the top dog, kind of.
Gotcha.
Sometimes it don't really even have to be the girl necessarily. Sometimes it is, but you can tell when it's about the girl and when it's I need to, keep up an image for everybody else. Depending on how they throw the money. If the guy's throwing the money all over the club, everywhere, and he's making a big scene, then automatically we know that it's an image thing that they're trying to keep up, or they're trying to show off in front of everybody else that's around. Now, if he's throwing the money directly at the girl and it's not such a big ass chaos, then we know that it's for us. So,
for the girls who trying to catch a simp in 2026, right, to get them to blow a bag on them, if you see 10 guys walking the bar, how do you know the one who you can get the most money out of the easiest? Ladies, take notes.
Okay, so when it's a crew of guys and they just show up to your bar, you can actually tell. There's always two scenarios, right? The quietest, most humblest, and least speaking one, that's literally in between the loudest one, is usually the one with the more money. It's time to order and get things done, like who's gonna ask for the bottle and stuff. Sometimes you can tell that the loud guy is asking the one to the left, like, hey, what do you want? Or what do you think? And he's calmly telling him like, okay, yes. So you can kind of tell. And then you get that one that comes through and he's just
Look, you see, she's watching out for boss moves, okay? So when you up in there and you fronting and you hopping around and you trying to be like, yeah, go, you doing all this, she know you ain't the dude. She looking for the quiet dude in the back that's giving you signals. She been doing this for too long. She's moving like FBI and all that when it comes down to getting you dudes for your money. She's moving like FBI because she's saying, yo, look, 5 dudes walk in. This is how she's tearing you. She's picking y'all off. She's doing head counts. 5 dudes walk in. She's watching. They throwing money. Okay. Let me see what they throwing though. Let me see who's throwing the money and who's sitting back and watching it all, taking it all in. So to speak. Pause. So, she see that dude, that dude that got all the most mouth, he's walking around doing all the crazy stuff. She's peeping him. All right, she put him to the side. That's one, he's down. She see another one probably acting the same as him. He's down. Some shy dude to the corner, just chilling. Got that money. She's like, yeah, he moving very soft. He's moving very, sneakily, like, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting in the corner while his boys do all the bullshit, And she noticing that. And the police, they pay attention to shit like that too. So they're like, wait a minute, we gotta figure out who's the boss. He was like, okay, that's the killer. Okay, that's gotta be another killer. All right, that must be a best friend. That's the boss. That's how they do it. And she's like, yeah, that's a clown. That's a clown. That's a clown. There go my guy. And next thing you know, she over there shaking her ass, bringing the bottle over there, get his attention, and she get it all. The rest of the dudes, they just gotta watch and see what happens. See, the whole part is, she's scheming. Like a thief in the club, scheming on you. You gotta watch the thieves. You gotta watch these women, because the thief is gonna book you for a chain. This chick, I was about to talk crazy. This chick, she gonna book you for your whole bank account. And she gonna keep it coming. And keep it coming. And when you ain't got no more, she gonna turn her head on you and do the same thing to the next dude. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Make sure everybody knows that he's the one with the money. I mean, those be usually the brokest ones anyways. They just have money for the night. Yeah, but usually it's the calm ones, the ones that aren't doing too much, that usually are the one with the money. So.
And is that something, not just you, but anybody, do girls notice that and then they would go after that guy?
I feel like the older girls do. We kind of notice that it's not always the one with the big chains and, the loud personality. Yeah. you have to have a maturity level to understand, like, all right, that's not the one, it's this one. But for the younger girls, as long as they got some chains and a nice watch and they, you know, they're being a little loud, automatically they'll be like, okay, this is the one.
Yeah.
So it just depends on the girl, actually.
What's the most you ever seen somebody make in a bar in 1 month?
In a month?
Yeah.
I mean, a month is a lot because, you know, it's a lot to keep up with. I can only really speak for myself, but I've seen girls make 100 grand, 80, 70 in a month. There's a lot of girls that.
You hear that? 80 in a month. That's why they looking more from you. If she's pulling in 80, you got to do better than that. That's the way it go. She pulling in 80 a month. That's a hard number to keep up with. The big dogs do that easy. But the big dogs, they end up not being big dogs no more. And they can't hold that type of female, man. She won all of it. But damn. Is her cootie cat like very, 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 very good, very good, very, very, very good. Like, yeah, like what the hell? That's crazy, man. Yo, is it about the money though? Like, should we always just be about the money? Is that the reason why most people are not finding true love? Is it? It could be. To me, yeah, it is, because all it is the money. You just keep measuring a man by his money, or a man is measuring a woman by his money. It could be back and forth. It could go both ways. Okay, yeah, it could. Because some men, yeah, they require too. So, you know, we measuring each other by the money, but we should be measuring each other by love, our acts, our actions. You know, like, I think we have it wrong. I really think that we have this whole shit wrong. We gotta backtrack, bring it back to the beginning, and start over. Stay off the TV, ladies. Stop watching crazy shit on TV. You clown dudes, stop doing the same thing. Stop watching that stuff on TV and stop comparing each other. If you love him and he love you, it shouldn't be a problem for you guys to get along and try to get through struggles and get bigger together. Y'all can both feed off each other's energy and still get bigger in life if you're not there yet. And if you're already there and he's not there, you can help him climb up that plateau and become that person for you too as well. Or he can help her. It can be vice versa. However, doors swing both ways. So you can always help your loved one to be a better person. You can always do that. So don't sit here and think that, oh, I'm going to leave him because of this, or I'm going to leave her because of that. You could work on it. Now, if it doesn't work out, right, maybe then you could start taking your other little steps or figuring how you can, you know, whatever. But it shouldn't all be about money. It should be about the way you love the person, how the person take care of you, how they treasure you, how they speak to you, how they nurture you. Do they have your back? Do they cry with you? You know what I'm saying? Are they there when you cry? You know what I'm saying? Do they sit there and they worry about you? Do they have your back to the point where you don't have to have your back? You don't have to worry about yourself. You can worry about him. That's how relationships supposed to be. Like, you don't have to watch your back, babe. I got your back. Just worry about me. You know what I'm saying? It should be all about the money, but people be going crazy doing and what to do. That's life. We deal with that. Let's hear what she got to say.
Still make at least, you know, the least 20 grand a month.
Yeah, 20, 30.
And they only work twice a week.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing too. Bartenders don't work every day. We are only allowed to work, maybe, if we're lucky, three days at the week in the same club. Now, certain bars, you're not allowed to work anywhere else but there. So you're stuck. So they don't only give you 2 nights. You're only stuck with 2 nights at the week. So technically, you're only working, let's say, like 6 days at the month. Then we have other bars that they don't care where you work at. Just make sure you're here on your night. And those type of girls, we can work wherever we want. So if we want, we can work at 6 different clubs and every night work throughout the month. But if they have you restricted to where you can only work at your club, at your house club, then you're kind of, have to settle for that.
I would assume that they're getting big money because they're working, only 2 days a week. That's crazy. I mean, well, 2 days is crazy. Like 2 days. So it got to be big money, and she's used to that big money, but she'll go to another one and get that money too. You know what I'm saying? This bottle girl is crazy, or bar girl, whatever it is that they calling themselves. That's crazy how they getting it, they generating it. But for us as men, I think that, what I'm saying, yeah, we're supposed to take care of our women, She could be making all that money and you still take care of her with probably less than that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you doing it, Some dudes will refuse to take $1 from a woman. They'll pay for everything. They don't want the woman to pay for nothing. They got the tip, they got everything. You know what I'm saying? And that woman, whatever she's making is what she's making. So it doesn't really matter about how much she's making. It should be how he's treating her. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever she's making, she might not be spending it on him anyway. She's going to be stacking it up and doing whatever the hell she want to do. A lot of dudes go through that, They do all the spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. She just saving up and saving up and saving up. I was just watching this one chick. She sat there and said, my man, he needs to be more motivated to make money. And he's making all the money. He's paying for all the bills. He was paying for all the kids stuff. He do all the takeout, whatever we go, the trips. He does all of that. And she want him to make more so she can get more. But at the same time, she already make more than him. That's crazy, right? She makes more than him. He makes great money. He takes care of her and everything. She don't gotta spend nothing. All her money just sits to the side and she gets to stack it. But she says he's not motivated to do better. And she's getting mad at him. And he's taking care of everything. What the hell does she want from him? The girls are going crazy. They out there, they really come on. Your cootie cat is really that good. Like, your cootie cat better be super duper. Like, everybody got a body now, yo. You see Instagram, it's flooded. Everybody got a body now. You see the X, that's flooded. Google, flooded. YouTube, flooded. Like, everybody has a body. We see that. Your cootie cat gotta be like through the roof for you to be sitting there treating dudes just like that. And maybe you just don't like them, then leave them alone. There's no reason to be messing with a dude if you don't like him. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? You're plotting and planning? You're using him so you can move on to the next? Get out of here. Go be by yourself. Maybe you need to be by yourself. You love money so much. You want to measure a man like that? Disgusting. I was disgusted when I heard that. But let's keep going. Let's see what's the requirements these days. That's what we're doing.
And you lose a lot of money, honestly.
So when Bernice Burgos, she went viral a few years ago when she was saying that I think at like a peak, I forget exactly how much it was, but it was a crazy number. It was like $50,000 a night.
Yeah.
Is that true?
The way it was worded kind of was a little wrong, but has she made $50,000 a day? Yes. Every day? No.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, every day is not a good day. You're not going to go to work and make $20,000, 30, 70, 60 every day. Mm-hmm. Can you make it? Absolutely. Does it happen? Yes. On a slow night, yes. It could be a slow night. Everybody could be making $2 and you have a $60,000 night.
So let me ask you this as a follow-up question, Ian, just real quick. So,
however you put it, that's still some good money they make it. Like $30,000 in one night or $50,000. $10,000 in one night is good. $10,000 is good. $10,000 is good. 20, 30, 40, 50 is great, super. Wow. It's a good thing, yo. That's why it's so hard, fellas. She's letting you know that's why it's so hard right now to get a woman and keep them. Because this is what they're doing, son. They're measuring you by your pockets. At the same time, they out there making big money too, bro. And that's what's going on. You got to keep up.
So you've been in this situation for a while, right? And you've seen like the glory days of the pandemic. When you in the good times, you making $100,000 a month, and then a lot of times you might not even have too many expenses because somebody else might have, you got a guy that's paying for things as well.
That's another thing. The pandemic. Like they had to go through the pandemic. Like there was no clubs open unless they was open secretly or something like that. Nobody outside. Everything was crazy. Streets bare. I mean, you could ride anywhere and get there faster than a mother effer. What did they do when they had to deal with that type of situation? That whole COVID shit. How did they get their money? Let me tell you how they last though. That shit, when you get 50,000 in one day, you should be able to let that shit last, yo. You could pay your rent and all that a whole year ahead. You could do 2 years ahead and be good, man. And that's what I think all those type of girls should have been doing. They should have been paying their bills ahead, so you always stay a year ahead of your stuff. That leads you to do anything you want to do with your money after that. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing, but let's continue to listen.
What are you doing with the money? Because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money coming in.
Okay, what I'm doing with the money and what most girls do with the money is two different things.
Okay, what are most girls doing with the money?
Most girls are going shopping. Let's say Sunday night, they made $15,000. Monday, Tuesday, they're out shopping.
Yeah.
They're out spending money doing something they're not supposed to be doing, right? And the reason is, it's kind of like the stripper mentality. If I made this money today, I'm gonna make it again tomorrow. So they automatically just spend it.
That sounds like the hustler shit. When hustlers are out there, they hustling. They like, yo, I'm getting it. They'll never think about sometimes putting it away. Nowadays, hustlers always putting something away. But back in the days, it was coming so good that a lot of hustlers wasn't putting nothing away. They was just spinning it, thinking it's gonna last tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll get it again. Don't worry. Next thing you know, you fighting a court case. You ain't got no money. Let's continue to listen to her. It sounds like the same thing, but who knows? It may not be, but to me it sounds like
technically, when it's 15, you gotta split it in two. That's another thing too that people don't really know. You're not taking that $15,000 home 100%, because now you got to split it in two, and then after split, not even before you split it in two, you got to get 15%.
See, that sounds like the re-up. You gotta put some to the side so you can get more. And it sounds like they have to sit there and give to the strip club or whatever they gotta give to, and that's like re-up, because you get to go back. Now, if you don't pay them, they don't want to F with you, so you gotta get up out of here. Now, it's like a re-up. Yeah, sounds like it to me. But
to the bus boys, and then money gets lost in the air, and then the packs are already short. So the $15,000 that
tell us about that, because
she said the packs are. It's like we talking hustle. She said the packs are already short, yo. You can't get no better than what I was just saying. I just like to be on point with shit. So let's just keep going.
If you get $5,000 in the club, are you always getting a full 5 grand, or you?
No.
Thank you.
No. So let's say $1,000 is automatically $900 to $800 because the club already took out their singles.
Yep.
By the time it flies in the air, you're getting out of the 800 that you got, right? You're getting maybe 600. And that's if he's just throwing it at you, because money flies everywhere. And then 15% goes to the busboy, and then you're splitting $400 in between you and your partner. And then you have to, take away the money that you spent for your outfit, which most likely be $65 to $75. And then your register is short, so then now you have to pay off whatever you owe. So yeah, it's a little tricky when it comes to that. But we don't really, just because you see us with $15,000, does not mean that we are taking 100% of the money home.
So most girls are blowing the money, but when you got your money, what was the difference in what you did?
I mean, I was that girl at one point.
Yeah.
I'll just blow it. I'll take off for the next 2 weeks, don't work, spend my money, and then when it was time to, like, you know, I need money again, I would just go back to work. I did that for a very, very long time when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I started saving my money, and I have family I take care of. So a lot of my money actually went into family. At one point, I sat down and I did the math. I'm like, okay, I made this much this year. Where did my money go? It went to food. It went to Uber. And at the time, it wasn't even Uber. It was, I can't remember what it was called, but it was similar to Uber. You just go outside and wave them down. So I was paying $65 to go to work, $65 to come back home, just to go to work.
Yeah.
And or even go anywhere, because I didn't drive. So a lot of my money was really spent on transportation and food. And food, it's not like I was just buying a big amount of food. I would just go to restaurants where my bill would be $600 just for me and a friend, or even more, you know?
Yeah.
So I was really spending my money on a lot of things that wasn't really needed. And then I started becoming smart about it. I started saving all my money and putting myself on a budget. I started putting myself on a budget, like, this is all I can afford, this is all I can spend for, let's say, the week. And I had, you know, I had to work around that. It was a little hard at first. And I would go pinch the money I was saving.
Yo, that's where you come in as a man. You come in. She's going through hard times. You know? Now, you sit there and you whisper in her ear. She hear you. You know what I'm saying? You start helping her out. She got everything that she's doing already. You know, she's paying the bills, she's doing that, she's doing that. She needs life a little bit more easier. Now, you ain't rich. No, she's, you know, she may be clocking more than you, because $50,000 a day is crazy. Now, for a lot of people, that's crazy. For a regular man, that's super crazy. Seriously, it's crazy. It's super crazy. You got bums, like, anyway. So, dudes be fronting like they have it and don't even be having it. Rappers be fronting like it and probably barely have $50,000 in their pocket, or probably that'd be all they have. You can sit there and come in her life. You can buy her a car, bro. Huh? Or you ain't got it like that. How about you go pick her up? Yeah, pick her up from work. Pick her up, drive her home. Give her a reason to not even go to the restaurant with her stupid friend and spend $600. You can sit there and you can what? Cook for her. You know what I'm saying? Even if you learn with her. Sit there, pull up the Google, get all the right ingredients, season the chicken up well, throw those veggies in there, get the rice popping, some potatoes, maybe whip up some sweet potato pie for her, banana pudding, whatever you're gonna do. And yeah, take some lemons and squeeze some, make some lemonade for that lady. You know what I'm saying? Give her everything homemade. So she could be like, that was good. That homemade food put you to sleep. You probably even gotta tear her ass up too much. You tear her ass up a little bit, and then you sit there and feed her, and she go to sleep. Feed her before, then beat it up, and then she go to sleep. However, but that homemade food is very great, man. Do all that for her, and you know what I'm saying? Make sure she got her hair done and her nails done. This is where you come in at to help that, so she can put a little bit more back in her pockets. You know what I'm saying? So you sit there and you do that. You do the stuff that you're supposed to do. You ain't gotta do everything all the time. Don't ever feel like you gotta do everything all the time, because then it's gonna feel like she's a bill. No, and let her know that. Don't be a bill, babe. You know, I put money to the side for you and everything and all that, so we can do this and we can do that. But if it comes down to it, it starts feeling like a bill. To me, I think that fucks it up. Because it's just like when you're sitting there, if you're going through some type of child support, somehow the money, I hear, kind of messes up the relationship between the parent and the child. The money make it tacky. Money make it tacky. Money make everything tacky. So let's go. Let's go finish listening. But yeah, you could come in her life and make everything beautiful and nice for her. You know what I'm saying? Do the nice things. You know, take care of her. Make sure she got her nails done. Always check her hair. Let her know if it got body. Always pay attention to see if her hair is losing body. Maybe she need to go back. Always pay attention to the eyebrows. If the joints are growing outside the line when she got it done already, if she's growing outside the line, pay attention. Give it another day and send her to get her eyebrows done. You know what I'm saying? Try to work with it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta try to work with it. Don't break yourself. Do what you can and keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, sometimes it should motivate you to want to do more. You're like, oh, I want to get my baby such and such done. So you know what? I'm gonna do this extra this week so I can make sure my baby good. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of motivates you because you should want to do more. You know what I'm saying? It should motivate you. But when they cost too much, that's crazy. The way they cost, and like, you know, it's crazy, man. You got to do how much for a female? How much you got to come down to? That's crazy, man. We're gonna close this out, and we're gonna go have like a little part 2 on this. But the reason why we paying is because these girls are making good money. These girls are making good money out there. So for you to be their man, they need someone to be able to cover them. And you know, females, they blow their money crazy. So they doing $50,000 and can't, you know, manage to work that. Like, I don't know how the fuck she's sitting there acting like she have bills and she gotta don't eat this and don't do that and don't do that just to save money. That's $50,000 a day. You should be able to save some good money. Like, really, like, yeah, you should be able to save some good money. And if you got a boyfriend, a husband, a shorty, a link, you know what I'm saying? They should be able to help you out a bit, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your nails are done so you can keep that in your pocket. Make sure you eating good so you can keep that little $600 in your pocket. Make sure you, your nails is right. Make sure your feet is right. Make sure your skin is right, you know? He's helping you to go to the place to get your skin right, making sure your tone is staying nice and with a shine and a glow, you know? Making sure you dress right, you know? Yeah, all these things. And then also making sure you talk right. Checking on your mental state. Making sure you're not thinking crazy, or maybe you're not going through some secret depression that he don't know, because y'all women be holding stuff back. He got to sit there and check with you every day. You know what I'm saying? Or at least every week to check back with you to see if you're going crazy or not. This is what we have to do as men. But we can keep up that way. You know what I'm saying? But if you happen to have it and all that, you take all those bills from her. You let her come to the crib, you bring her in the house, you let her come live with you, and you make yourself a family, but you get her to do something. These women are they're not free. So when we get them, we can't let them be totally free. You gotta put them to work. They gotta learn how to cook. If they don't know it, they could take cooking classes because you're paying for everything. They don't really gotta work. So you let them take some cooking classes. Yeah, they take some cooking classes and yeah. In the meantime, while they're taking cooking classes, take a look at Google, pull up a thing, and yeah, copy what's going on the video and make you a damn meal. Yeah, she could do that. Teach her, make sure she's cleaning. You know what I'm saying? But if the house is clean all the time, then what the hell she doing? Give her something else to do. Women need to work, man, because they'll get bored and start cheating on your ass. So, you know, give her stuff to do, man. Maybe she needs to start making candles. Let her make some health candles that burn the spirit out of the house, you know? Not for you, but for everybody. Let her sell some candles, man. Yeah. But that's a whole different thing. But like I said, we would try to find out, like, what does it take to, like, get a woman and keep a woman. We find it out that it takes money. It takes money. That's what they want. They want money. That was it, right? I don't know. That's on you to decide. But for me, I'm gonna tell you, it's not right. It's not supposed to be the money. Judge me by my character. You know? But my character got money too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a character with money, but I mean, judge me by my character. Maybe the person's character should always be motivated to make money. I don't think no man should be sitting back just chilling. Go get up and go get some money. Please get up and go get some money. If you don't do it for yourself, I don't know who the hell you're gonna do it for. But because you should love yourself to the point where you want to do for yourself, right? So if you love someone else, you should also want to do for them. You know what I'm saying? You should love thy neighbor like thyself. And that's just a neighbor. So imagine a person you're dealing with and loving. You should love them like yourself. So if you want to do good for yourself, which you should want to do good for yourself because you love yourself. Now, if you don't love yourself, that's a whole different story. But if you want to do good for yourself, you should want to do good for your girl as well. We're going to close it out with that one. I'm going to catch you guys later. Please enjoy your night. This, like I said, you can check them out. They dope. It's a show called The Blackout. They got a lot of different things. Dope show. Thank you for rocking with me. Welcome to chat. Yo, chat. No filter. And I'll catch you guys later. One.